Everyone, in this video I am going to explain the concept of call by value in C programming language. So call by value is a mechanism where we are passing arguments to a function. So in that call by value method copies the value of an arguments into a formal parameters of that function. So therefore the changes that can made to a parameter of the main function, it does not affect the arguments. So for this I'm going to explain the example as finding whether the given number is a perfect number or not. So before I'm explain this program, so I want to give the definition of what is a perfect number. So perfect number is a positive integer, so that is equals to the sum of all its positive divisors excluding the number itself. So examples of perfect numbers are 6, 28, 36, 56, 76, 496. These are some of the examples of perfect numbers. For example, if you take 6, whether you need to check it is a perfect or not. So now you can find all the positive divisors for 6. So divisors of 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6 itself. So as a definition said, we have to exclude the number itself. So just remove a 6 from the list and you can add the remaining numbers 1, 2 and 3. So now you get the value as 6. So now the summing of all its positive divisors is equals to the given number. Then the number is said to be a perfect number. So now I'll show you that logic in this program. So you can write your function definition before your main function or after your main function, wherever you want. The C compiler it allows. So this is my function definition and my function name is isPerfect. So here it takes an integer argument and it is also return an integer value to my main function. So in that function I'm declaring two variables I and sum. So I am used in my for loop and sum is a variable which I am initialized initially with 0 because I need to find the sum of all its individual divisors. So before I am finding the sum, I need to find the divisors of that particular number. So here I am taking my for loop. I starts from 1 and it's less than my given number because I don't want to include my number itself. So that's why I'm taking simply I is less than number and then I plus plus. So if number modulus of I equals to 0. So that is nothing but it will take the number and it will find the divisors of that particular number. Means it is try to divide all the numbers before that number. And then it will check all the divisors and after that if any divisor is found then that will be added to a sum variable. So after this for loop is exited, then I am checking my sum is equals to the given number or not. So if sum and number both are same, then it will return a value as 1, otherwise it will return a value as 0. So now see how this logic will works with a simple example. Suppose if I read my number is 3 for example. So then what's happening? So I is 1 here and my number is 3. So 1 is less than 3. Condition is true. So now it come inside and it will check 3 modulus of 1 is equals to 0 or not. Yes, it is 0 because you can divide 3 by 1. Now it becomes your remainder as 0. So it takes as a divisor and it can add to sum. So initially sum is 0. So sum plus means 0 plus 1 equals to 1 and your sum variable is updated with 1 in this iteration. And after that I increments. Now it becomes 2. 2 less than 3 condition is true. Okay, 2 less than 3 the condition is true. So then it come inside. So it will check 3 modulus of 2 is equals to 0 or not. No, it is not 0. So now the statement is not executed. Simply your I becomes increment. Now it gets 3. So 3 less than 3 condition fail. So it exit from the for loop. So after it exiting, I can read the value of sum simply it is 1. So now I check sum with number. So my sum is 1. 1 is equals to number. No, the condition is failed. So it will return 0. So 0 means it is false. So I'll take another example, that is 6. So for 6 I am trying to find all my divisors. So initially I value is 1. 1 less than 6, the condition is true. So now it come inside. It will check 6 divided by 1 is 0 or not. Yes, it is 0 because you can divide 6 by 1, you get the remainder as 0. So now that 1 is added with the sum and the sum value is updated with 1 in this iteration, and after that I becomes 2. 2 less than 6, condition is true. So again it will check 6 divided by 2 is the remainder 0 or not. Yes, the remainder is 0. So that 2 is also added to my sum. So previously my sum is 1. So now 2 is added. 1 plus 2, it becomes 3. Now the sum variable is updated with 3 in this iteration. And after that I increments, it becomes 3. 3 less than 6, condition is true. Again it come inside. So 6 modulus of 3 is equals to 0. Yes, condition is true. Now it come inside and it will add 3 with the previous sum variable. So now 3 plus 3 is added. Now the value is 6. That is updated with your sum variable. And after that I increments, it becomes 4. Then 6 modulus of 4 is not equals to 0. So sum is not, the statement is not executed. Simply your I, it becomes increment. Now I becomes 5. So 5 less than 6, condition is true. So it again come inside, and 6 modulus of 5, it will check the remainder is 0 or not. So the remainder is not 0. So this statement is not executed. So now simply I increments, it becomes 6. 6 less than 6, condition fail. So it is exit from the for loop. So before the for loop is exited, my sum value is 6. So now I will take the sum value and I will check with my numbers. Yes. So my given number is 6. So my sum and 6 both are same. So it will return value as 1. So now I explain my main function. This is my main function. Here I am trying to pass my number from the keyboard through my sub function. So here see, here I am declaring one variable number. I am trying to read that number through the keyboard. Simply I am asking my user to enter an integer value. By scanf statement I just read that value, and I can pass to my isPerfect function. So here my function is called in my if statement. So if statement is always returns boolean value, either 1 or 0. So right, so your subfunction will return only two types of values, 1 or 0, right? So now it will be passed to this if function. If it returns 1, that is nothing but the condition is true. It simply prints the number is perfect. If returns 0, then simply this if statement will take the boolean value as false. Now this else statement is executed. So I just compile and execute this program. See here it asks me an integer number, so I'll give simply a value as 6. It show me 6 is a perfect number. So I'll give the other numbers rather than perfect number. So now see, I'll give value as 124. So it show me like 124 is not a perfect number. Thank you.